Hey guys, welcome back to John's Watch. Today I'm taking a look at a brand new visual novel game called Highway Blossoms. And this game is developed by Alienworks and is published by Sekai Project. It was released on June 17th, 2016. Trigger price is $10.99 Canadian or $9.99 US or your regional equivalent. This game actually sounds really interesting. I'll just read you the short synopsis on the Steam page. It says Highway Blossoms is a short YURI story set in the American Southwest. After an old gold rush miner's journal is discovered, supposedly detailing where he had hid parts of his stash, a nationwide craze begins as would-be prospectors try to solve its clues and strike it rich. Amber couldn't care less. Wandering the desert in a recently inherited motorhome, she mourns the loss of her grandfather, indifferent and unaware of the hunt happening around her. It's not until she meets Marina, a young hitchhiker lost in New Mexico, that the girls get swept up in the rush. So this is a kinetic visual novel, which means that there's no choices. It's basically just, you're just reading the game at this point. I personally prefer visual novels with choices, but I have no problem playing kinetic visual novels occasionally. Anyway, I'm just going to show off the first 20-ish minutes of the game. Let's hop into it. I think they're both girls, so I am not going to do voice acting for them because it would just be awful. Holy shit, we've got a cutscene. Wow, look at this. This looks awesome so far. The music ends. The cassette clicks to a stop. I've listened to it so many times, I've even memorized the placement of the static from the song's original broadcasts. I'm worried the deck might eventually eat the tape, but never happened to him no matter how many times he played the damn thing, so I'm not too scared. It used to drive me crazy. Every day he played it over and over again. Sure, he'd throw on something different after a few loops, but soon enough he'd switch back and the cycle would repeat itself. Sometimes, I think he would do it just to mess with me. I'd be in the back, in bed, smothering a pillow over my head to block out the music. He'd just turn it up louder, even during the all-nighters. I was so like him. Even near the end, when we had to finally settle down, he was still pulling that kind of crap. I'd come home from school sometimes and the police would be at the door because the entire block had called in a noise complaint. He said it was because he was hard of hearing, but I know he did it just to get a rise out of the old grouches who lived nearby. I think that was his worst fear, ending up just another bitter sack of bones. So he did everything in his power to be the exact opposite, right up until the end. Of course, that meant I would always deal with the fallout. I can't imagine what the neighbors thought, seeing a little girl go door to door, apologizing because some old man decided it'd be funny to put plastic flamingos all over their award-winning lawns. Listen, you cannot have a proper award-winning lawn without a couple of nice plastic flamingos on there, maybe a couple of gnomes. I can't help but smile, just a little, even if it does hurt. Holy shit, it's animated. Look at that, you can see the mountains moving in like the top left, top right. Very impressive so far. I take a sip of my coffee. Outside, a heat haze shimmers over the never-ending oceans of sand. So much desert. Even Roswell was just rock, sand, and a few shacks. All alien-themed, of course. Didn't see any UFOs, though. I'm not used to how dry everything is. Even with the AC on high enough to rip off my eyebrows, I'm still all sweaty. Guess that's what happens when you laze around in snowy Colorado for a decade. In that regard, the desert is a nice change of scenery. I don't exactly hate it. New sights are nice, especially since his health didn't allow him to do a lot of traveling when I was a little girl. I could see myself getting used to this. Well, maybe in another 15 years, when I have everything paid off. Damn it, Amber, snap out of it. You can worry about that later. This isn't your trip, so stop being so selfish. I pushed the eject button. Holy crap, her hand moved. Very impressive. I take the tape out and look it over, probably for the 20th time today. Years worth of brown stains and greasy fingerprints are smudged all over, making it feel grimy to the touch. Still works like a charm though. There are even more cassettes in the glove compartment. A mixture of mine and his, but mostly his. I should just play one of those and get it over with. My hand gravitates towards the latch. It'll be okay, right? No. I snatch my hand away from the latch and flip the tape over. Once again, I find myself staring. Eyes on the road, Amber, Jesus! With a sigh, I stick it back into the deck. I reach towards the play button, taking another look to see if the road is still clear. I mean, I guess there's probably not a lot of traffic where she is right now. Like always, it... Holy shit! Something actually flew past on the right. That's so cool! Isn't? I would assume that was like Marina in the because she's like a hitchhiker, yeah. I slam on the brakes, their shriek piercing my ears. A glance at my rearview mirror shows a girl cringing next to an ancient looking car, covering her ears as I screech down the road. I guess you can go pretty fast if you're driving in the desert. Making a U-turn of dubious legality, I pull up in front of her car, killing the motorhome's engine. There's no music so far, it's kind of weird. See if I'm missing something. Nope. Nice that you got different sliders there, but yeah, still no sound, kind of weird. I hop out and shield my eyes from the blazing New Mexico sun. Only now do I realize how precious the AC really is. Oh! Again! I think that's like the second time I've done that. I've said there's no music and then seriously the next scene is music. Doesn't take more than several steps before the girl comes bouncing up to me with a look of relief. Oh my god, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was starting to think no one would ever stop. The transitions in this game are so cool, and the animation, like even the sky's animated. Phew. Sekai Project does know how to choose them, for the most part. Sakura. With each word, she gets a little closer, until we're finally within touching distance of each other, her smiling face now filling my entire field of vision. Her bright auburn hair is done into a girlish side tail, glistening beneath specks of sweat. Standing out in the heat has made her round, pale cheeks a sun-kissed red, but she still looks put together, like the desert would sooner melt her than do any real damage to her looks. God, I wish that was the case for me. I'd fucking burn in like 10 minutes out there. It's awful. I almost feel embarrassed to be in front of someone who dresses so cute, her frilly yellow top and skirt putting my red t-shirt and khakis to shame. It's all brought together by one thing though. Her eyes. They're blue, vividly blue, deep and rich, complementing the traces of her misty perfume as she gets closer and closer. Too close, too close, too close. I scramble back and cough, trying to hide my awkwardness. Any awkwardness. No problem. What's she doing out here alone? Driving through? Hell, is she even alone? I peer off into the plains on the side of the road, half expecting a guy to pop up from his hiding place now that some idiot has fallen for their trap. That idiot being me, of course. But, much to my surprise, no one does. Instead, the girl continues to stare at me, smiling as she patiently waits for my response. I glance behind her, focusing on her car. So what's the issue? Your car break down? I think so, yeah. I was driving and it just kind of... stopped? Yeah. She lowers her head in shame, eyes fixated on her feet, kicking the dust around her. I'm not much of a car buff, but I can take a look at it. Her head pops back up and life returns to her eyes. Oh wow, could you? Yeah, can't promise I can do anything, but I can at least check it out. That'd be great. Oh, like a tumbleweed. Look at it go. That was awesome. Alright, first things first then. This thing looks even older than my motorhome. It was probably a nice car once upon a time, but with a dented grill, multiple scratches, and faded murky green color. It's hard to believe such a cute girl was driving it. Please do not overuse the word cute in this game. Please! I slide into the fabric seat and start the ignition. I don't know too much about how this stuff works, just enough to keep the motorhome from giving out. But I can't imagine it's too significant of an issue. Probably just a dead battery or... Whoa. What's she doing? No gas. A single car passes by, cooling us with a refreshing gust of wind, sprinkled with dirt and sand. Is something wrong? Is this a joke? Oh no, did I break it? No, it's just out of gas. What? No way. Dad said I should have filled up before I left. Is she for real? Why is this girl in the middle of nowhere by herself? As if trying to force all the ideas into the center of her brain, the girl grabs her head and whines under her breath. Oh man, I didn't even charge my phone either. What am I gonna do? I'd offer her mine, and I've never had a cell phone in my life. Seems like you'd have to be pretty absent-minded to forget that, though. She whines once more and turns to me. Hey, this might seem a little weird. Oh no. But could you take me somewhere nearby so I can get some gas? And what do you know? She actually did it. How long did you say you've been stuck out here? I don't know. A few hours maybe? I've been trying to wave down everyone who drives by, but you were the first to stop. Hold on, everyone? Yep. This heat must have fried her brain. Does she have any idea how dangerous that is? Well, obviously not that dangerous if, you know, she wasn't caught, or like nothing happened to her in the few hours she's been waving everyone down. That's probably not a good idea, you know. She cocks her head to the side and gives me a look of genuine curiosity, like it wasn't obvious or something. Huh? Why? Well, you know. A cute, don't overuse the word cute. A cute young girl, alone in the middle of the desert, is just asking for trouble. But you're a cute young girl alone in the middle of the desert. What? Me? Cute? Her comeback takes me off guard and I turn away a little, avoiding eye contact. Yeah, but that's different. Ooh. Real motor sounds. A smile returns to her face, the same bright one that she showed me when I first pulled over. I'm still avoiding eye contact, but she leans over to the direction I'm looking and continues to smile. So do you think you can give me a ride? I don't know. Please, it shouldn't take very long. This girl, it's like she didn't even listen to what I said. Still, better me than some psycho. Besides, it's not like a small detour will make me late or anything. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I'm not in too big of a rush anyway. Yay! The animation's so good! God, I love it! Before I'm even finished, she's springing off the ground, bouncing to the motorhome. Hey, wait! But it's already far too late, as she somehow made her way into the motorhome before its owner, even finding the time to give me a small wave from the passenger seat. I heave a heavy sigh, rubbing my temple as I climb back up into the driver's seat. The key's still dangling in the ignition. I wrench it around and the motorhome roars to life, forcing a surprised squeak out of the girl. Oh, nice. Oh, look, it's nighttime already. By the way, my name is Marina. Thank you so much for helping me out. Amber, don't mention it. Careful not to hit her car, I back the RV up and turn it around, sending us in my original direction. Oh my god! Deal with it. I put on my sunglasses and reach for the play button on the cassette player, finally giving in to temptation, but Marina starts up again. Why are we going the other way? Wasn't there a station a little ways back? It was a bit more than a little ways back. I saw a sign a few miles ago that said there was a station not too far from here, so we're going there. Oh wow, I didn't even see that. You're really observant. Yeah, or you're just really oblivious. No, not really. I like how, now that it's night, she's put her sunglasses on, but when she was driving earlier during the day, no sunglasses. Silence falls upon the motorhome, the roaring of the engine and swishing of the wind from outside being the only sounds. I take that as my cue, and reach for the cassette player once more, finally give... How do you even drive this thing? It's huge! Marina spreads her arms out like an eagle unfurling its wings, almost bopping me on the head in the process. I clear my throat and grab her arm from the air, gently placing it on her lap. It's not that bad, you get used to it. She tilts her head to the side and gives a light grunt as if saying, "That's so," and we return to the silence of before. Again, I reach for the cassette plate. So what are you doing out here? Are you going camping? Seems like what you're doing is fun. and I'm going to bury my grandfather or something. I take a deep breath and hold on to it as long as possible before letting it out. Just traveling. What about you? Why are you out here? Oh, well, it's kind of silly. She scratched her head and lets out an embarrassed laugh before staring at her feet, quieting down, and surprisingly enough, staying quiet. Well, looks like that worked. I reach for the cassette player one last time. I stop for a moment to look at the glove compartment, and then Marina, who looks lost in thought, before finally pressing play. Oh. A pleasant little chime greets me as I enter the station, Marina trailing closely behind. I don't actually know what year this is set in, but they were talking about cell phones, and this looks like a pretty modern convenience store, so I'd guess 2010 onwards kind of thing. The drive was quiet after I turned the music on. Turning the tables on her and asking what she was doing out there seemed to throw her off. I didn't mean to come off as cool as I did. It's just been ages since I've had a conversation beyond accepting some half-hearted condolences. But to be fair, I haven't really wanted to hold one. The guy behind the counter is busy ringing someone up, so I set out in search of a gas can. The store is one of those big mini-mart places, made specifically for travelers. It's surprisingly clean for a place surrounded by sand. Every corner has an unnatural, sanitary shine accompanied by the scent of citrus cleaning product. Hey, they have the cola flavor here. Cola flavored gas. I turn and find Marina clutching the slushy machine, her eyes widening like a cat's when tempted with yarn. Don't most gas stations have it? She shakes her head, but doesn't take her eyes off of the machine. All the places back home only had cherry and raspberry. When we got sick of them, we just had to mix them together. Only 2 flavors? Holy shit. Must be fucking small town. But Marina finally turns to me, wearing a face of pure, concentrated sadness. I left my wallet in my car. Jesus Christ. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Just looking at her, I can feel my heart break. Wait a second. How are you expecting to pay for the gas? I don't know. I just remembered. How did she last 5 minutes out in the desert? Fine, I guess I'll pay for it. Really? Yeah. Grab yourself one of the slushies too. But make it a small one. Her pure concentrated sadness melts into pure unconcentrated happiness. You're the best, Amber. She grabs a cup and holds down the button until the slushie overflows and drips down the side. I was going to pay for the gas anyway, but I'm hoping the drink makes up for the drive over. I spot the gas cans, and with Marina happily sipping from a straw, grab one and head for the counter. The guy at the register is still ringing out the same girl. Lines of flimsy plastic bags line the counter, filled with a mixture of off-brand junk food and gardening tools. He scans the items as the girl digs through her wallet, her bandana-wrapped head pressing a phone against her shoulder. Aren't you supposed to be the badass mechanic? What good are you if you're not? She swipes out a card and hands it to the cashier, more interested in staring at her nails than looking at him. How the hell would I know? Have the squirt check underneath if you're so curious. On the other end of the line, I can hear the faintest of squabbling. I can't make out anything they're saying, but the tone sounds worlds more tolerable than the girl's. If it's that old, then I say do it. Cash is cash, it's not like anyone's gonna care. You'd better not take as long as last time though. I'll be waiting for you slackers outside. The girl slips her phone back into the crevices of her dangerously unzipped jumpsuit. What little clothing she has on underneath looks like it's gonna burst from the slightest movement. Not my type, especially with that personality, but it's hard for me to do anything other than stare. The attendant reaches out to help with the bags, but the girl snaps them away before he can. She shoots him with a heated glare that burns straight through the man and into the wall behind him. Turning around, the girl looks at us for a second before rolling her eyes, then marches out the door, the bags weighing her down as they nearly scrape the ground. Yeah, definitely not my type. Wow, they've got character models for everyone. Although I think that girl does show up later in the game. She's in a couple of the screenshots on the store page. Good luck! Marina and I set the can and nearly empty slushie on the counter. Will that be all? Yeah, sorry if we're more boring than that other girl. The attendant hacks out a dry cackle and scans the gas can. He flicks his oily ponytail behind his shoulder, then rings up Marina's drink. Been a lot of folks passing through and stocking up the past few days. Been a good change of pace. I'm guessing that's why you girls are here too? Marina eases in towards the counter, nudging herself tightly between me and the rack, her hands creeping over to the slushie. For what? I'm just heading out to California. If I don't end up driving myself insane first. You mean you don't know? Okay, I assume he's just gonna talk about the gold rush thing. So I'm gonna leave the video there for now. Already just past 20 minutes. I don't know if you could tell, but very impressed by this game so far. It's done pretty much everything right. I think there's only been 3 or 4 kind of like spelling, grammar mistakes. It's mostly just like word placement. I don't think there's been any actual spelling mistakes. But yeah, this game looks awesome. I'm like pretty intrigued by the story already. I'll probably finish this up in my spare time. Anyway, that was a short look at the first 20 minutes of Highway Blossoms. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! Holy shit, no way. I didn't even take a hit. Oh my god.